you have time to watch and support my fashion and styling videos, then you definitely have time for Black Lives Matter. It would be a gross understatement to say that I am merely disappointed by the unjust grand jury decision of charges, or rather lack thereof, brought against the officers who killed Breonna Taylor. Officers who wrongfully executed a violent no-knock warrant during which Breonna was senselessly murdered in her sleep. Breonna's life was stolen by the police. And like many of you, I am outraged. I am in pain. And as a Black woman, I know far too well that our current white supremacist institution of policing does not and will never provide Black people, and more specifically, Black women and girls, with protection and justice. For months, the world halted to say her name, honor her life, and call for justice, yet the officers at fault for her murder were not and will never be held accountable. Breonna Taylor should be alive today, and the decision to charge officers for the bullets that entered a neighbor's wall, but not for the bullets that ended Breonna's life, is an utter insult and disgrace. Breonna Taylor, your life mattered. And to echo activists like Angela Davis, Tamika Mallory, and Colin Kaepernick, our current criminal penal system must be abolished. In response to this moment, I created this video to share with you 5 ways you can act now to support the Black Lives Matter movement while also holding the memory of Breonna Taylor close to your hearts. We need all hands on deck to ensure an injustice of this magnitude never happens again. We must do everything in our power to fight for deep systemic change and honor the memories of those innocent Black lives that have been routinely taken by the state too often. The first thing that you can do right now to support Black lives is to join the full force nationwide demand that every state pass Breonna's law to ban no-knock warrants. Add your name to the petition below to call on every state to stop murders like Breonna Taylor's immediately and indefinitely. I have also listed links to other petitions that can be signed today with similar goals and outcomes. The second thing you can do right now is text and call government officials. Get in contact with offices of district attorneys and mayors to demand that the officers be arrested and charged for the murder of innocent Black lives. For more specific office contact information and locations, as well as helpful speaking point templates, please refer to the links I have included in this video's description. The third thing you can do right now in this moment is to donate to bail funds, victim memorial funds, and community change organizations. Donations to bail funds directly benefit protesters who were wrongfully arrested and jailed for demonstrating. Donations to victim memorial funds directly support the victims of police brutality and their families. And donations to community change organizations contribute to the advancement of the lives of people of color by encouraging equitable education and career opportunities. I've listed links to each of these donation sites below. The fourth way to be active and advocate for Black lives today is to start those tough conversations and educate yourself. Learning how to be an ally requires that you have difficult conversations with your friends of color, as well as your white friends, family, and coworkers. Be an active listener, especially when you're hearing things that make you feel some type of way. This is the first step towards lasting intergenerational change. It is not enough to be not racist or liberal. You need to be actively anti-racist by unlearning racist societal stereotypes and behaviors deeply rooted in upholding white supremacy in the United States. Read books, listen to podcasts, watch documentaries that deal with racism and mass incarceration in order to learn more about the history, the shameful history of the United States, and why the relationship between the Black community and the police is so complex and intentionally misrepresented. I'm gonna make another video to go more into detail about that point, but until then, I wanna direct you to the education link in the description below. The final thing that you can do to make an impact in this moment is to support Black businesses and volunteer your time and your skills. During COVID-19, it's essential to support Black-owned businesses because historically, Black owners in the United States are often overlooked for loans and federal aid. I have listed links below where you can search for Black-owned businesses in your area. In addition to this, for those who cannot donate or protest, I am asking you to consider your skills and professions to see if you are already equipped to provide a free service to protesters and civil rights groups. From making masks to offering childcare, technical prowess, or legal advice, there are unlimited ways in which you can volunteer and invest in the Black community. Like the profound leaders of the Black Lives Matter movement, we must continue to reimagine and advocate for a system that prevents the murder of innocent civilians and holds law enforcement accountable for their actions. We must do this while also uplifting and supporting the Black community, which has been systemically oppressed since the colonization of the United States. In the memory of Breonna Taylor and countless others, let us continue to march on without ceasing until corrupt officers are no longer granted impunity for endangering and taking Black life. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so we can get the word out. And to Breonna Taylor's family, friends, and loved ones, I am so sorry that justice was not realized for you this past week. But I promise to do everything within my power to ensure that young Black women like us are uplifted, protected, and loved. Chelsea Aaron, signing off.